Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. We're just going to give a moment to clear the waiting room and make sure that folks have connected to audio.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for being with us. We're going to give another moment to clear the waiting room. As a reminder, when folks are entering from the waiting room, please do remain on mute unless or until you are speaking before the board. Good morning. This is a hearing before the licensing board for the city of Boston. Today is Wednesday, February 7th, 2024. This hearing is being held pursuant to certain temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. Today's hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. Before I review procedural matters, I will introduce Chairwoman of the Board, Kathleen Joyce.
Thank you, Danny. Good morning. My name is Kathleen Joyce. I'm Chair of the Boston Licensing Board. Today, I'm joined by Commissioner Liam Curran and Commissioner Kiana Saxon.
Thank you. Please ensure that your audio and visuals are working properly. I will call each item in the order that it appears on this morning's agenda. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the applicant. You will then make a brief presentation regarding your proposal, followed by questions by the chair and commissioners. Following questions, there will be an opportunity for testimony, beginning with elected officials or their representatives. Please limit your testimony to 2 minutes, and please state your name, address, and affiliation, if any. We'll begin with the first item on this morning's agenda, calling item number 1, Congress Street, Fort Point, LLC, doing business as Trillium, located at 375 W Atlantic Ave. Holder of a farmer, brewery, and winery pouring license has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Daniel George Rocha to Liam Mahoney. Who is present on behalf of the applicant?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Attorney Green, Tyler Hensler from Upton, Connell, and Devlin here on behalf of the applicant, Congress Street, Fort Point, LLC, DBA Trillium. This is the Greenway Beer Garden location. We're here for a change of manager to Liam Mahoney, who has joined us. Liam is a U.S. citizen, a Massachusetts resident. He's familiar with the rules and regulations related to the sale and service of alcohol of this board, the ABCC, and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And he has experience in the industry. He has worked since 2017 as the floor manager at Trillium. And before that, he was a doorman at Naco Taco. So he is well-versed in both the management and security aspects of alcohol compliance and patron safety. We're happy to take any questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Attorney. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Mahoney. I have no questions at this time. Commissioners, do you?
I do not. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? The board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 2, SZA LLC, doing business as Shabu Zen, located at 78 to 80 Brighton Ave in Alston. Holder of a common victualler 7-day wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Jody Law to Yijin Cheng. Who is present on behalf of the applicant? Is anybody with us on behalf of Shabu Zen? We will take a second call. Calling item number 3, Four Seasons of Massachusetts, Inc., doing business as Four Seasons, located at 200 Boylston Street. Holder of an in-holder all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Alyssa J. Lawrence to Michael Petter. Attorney Andrew Upton. Attorney Upton.
Good morning, everyone. Andrew Upton for the licensee. With me is Michael Petter, the proposed manager of record. Michael is the general manager of the hotel. He has been the general manager for 5 years now. The assistant general manager, finance director, who was the manager of record on the liquor license, has moved on. So we're putting Michael into this role. He is a U.S. citizen. He is a Mass resident. Obviously, he's experienced because he's been in overall supervision of the hotel for 5 years, and he's certainly familiar with the rules and regulations of the board. I see him on the Zoom, and we're here to answer any questions the board may have.
Thank you, Attorney Upton. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Petter. I have no questions at this time. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you?
I do not, thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Calling item number 4, Massachusetts Fine Wines and Spirits LLC, doing business as The Crossing Wine and Spirits, located at 39 Temple Place. Holder of a retail package store all alcoholic beverages license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Daniel Fariz to Anthony Rodriguez. Attorney Trish Farnsworth. Attorney Farnsworth.
Good morning, Chair Joyce, Commissioners, Attorney Green, Attorney Trish Farnsworth with Lawson and Whiteson in Boston. And with me is Anthony Rodriguez, the proposed manager. This is a package store license, and the prior manager, approved manager, has left. So the new manager is going to be Anthony, who has been with Total Wine since 2016. So he has obviously experience and is familiar with the rules and regulations. He is a U.S. citizen. He lives locally here in Everett.
Michael, Andrew Upton.
And we're happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Attorney Farnsworth. Is Anthony here? I don't see him on my screen.
I am here.
I see him.
No, I was going to say, I saw him, but can you turn on your video, Anthony?
There we go. We see him now.
Thank you for joining us, Anthony. Thank you, Attorney Farnsworth. I have no questions for you or for Mr. Rodriguez. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you?
I do not, thank you.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you for your time.
Calling item number 5, Venture 66 LLC, doing business as Halftime Pizza, located at 115 Causeway Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day wines and malt beverages license, has petitioned for a change in ownership interest. Attorney Tom Miller. Attorney Miller.
Good morning, Attorney Andrew Moles, filling in for Tom Miller. McDermott, Quilty, Miller and Hanley, 28 State Street in Boston, on behalf of the licensee Venture 66. So we're here today for a change of ownership, whereby Joseph Pasci sold his 51% ownership to an existing partner, Justino Pasqualia, making Justino the 100% owner of the licensee entity. Other than that, there are no changes to the ownership, no other changes, no changes to the day-to-day operation of the license or the business. And really with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Attorney. I have no questions at this time. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon?
I have no questions, thank you.
No questions from me, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you. Calling item number 6, Boston Ramen Company, Back Bay LLC, doing business as Sushi by Basso Ramen Tavern, located at 163 Newbury Street. Holder of a common victualler 7-day wines and malt beverages license, has petitioned to change the classification of its license to wines, malt beverages, and liqueurs pursuant to the authority contained in Chapter 481 of the Acts of 1994. Attorney Nick Zazula. Attorney Zazula.
Yeah, good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board, Attorney Nick Zazula, McDermott, Quilty, Miller, and Hanley, 28 State Street in Boston, here on behalf of the licensee, Boston Ramen Company, Back Bay. With me today is Yasu Sasago, who is the LLC manager. This is a licensee that was approved back on October 4th of 2023. So pretty recently. And since they've begun to kind of refine their menus, offerings, and the like for their customers, they have a goal of opening hopefully in April. And as they've kind of started to gear up to opening, and as part of that preparation, they've kind of realized they were missing an opportunity to provide liqueurs and cordials as part of their menu offerings. And so they would like to offer a selection of these types of drinks that are kind of on a similar level as some comparable restaurants. The reasoning behind this is, sushi and cordial types of pairings are traditionally common. A wider variety of this pairing option and pairings for patrons would help to accommodate, more diversified customers. And then, as in other cultures, there is a trend in this culture as well to pair a kind of cordial type of a drink with a Japanese dessert or sweet for an after dinner pairing. So as a result, they are asking to add this to their existing liquor license, again, with the goal of opening in April. And then I'll just lastly note that we did meet with the Neighborhood Association of the Back Bay this past Monday. Their licensing and building use committee did not have any objections to this application. So myself and Yasu are happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Zazula. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Sashago. I'm sorry for mispronounced your name. I don't have any questions at this time. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon?
I have no questions. Thank you.
Questions from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office likes to defer to the judgment of this board. The applicant, I understand, reached out to NAB, which mentioned that they did not oppose the proposal. The Civic Association did seek some provisos, though, that indoor trash be stored indoors, and trash be taken out the morning of pickup days, and that trash pickup be no earlier than 9 a.m. And that the kitchen exhaust be tied to the roof, and deliveries occur on Newbury Street and not in the alley. With that, we'll defer to the board at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Calling item number 7, H&M Restaurant Inc., doing business as Sophia Italian Steakhouse, located at 1430 VFW Parkway in West Roxbury. Holder of a common victular 7-day all alcoholic beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license from the above to VFW Parkway Restaurant Operator LLC, doing business as Sophia Italian Steakhouse at the same location. Wellington Augusto Manager, 1 a.m. closing hour. Secondly, has petitioned to amend the description of the premise from second floor dining and bar area for 24 patrons with seasonal roof deck, 342 square feet, for an additional 18 persons. Seasonal roof deck to operate from May 1st to October 30th. Hours of operation from 4:30 p.m. until 1 a.m. The 1 gender-neutral bathroom and 1 server station, part of the floor plan. 2, 2-story restaurant with basement. First floor includes a dining room with 136 seats, bar seating for 28, lounge area for 18, standing for 29, and kitchen. Second floor includes a dining room with 28 seats, bar seating for 14, and 342 square foot seasonal outdoor dining area with a seating capacity of 20, operating from May 1st to October 30th from 4:30 p.m. till 1 a.m. The basement includes storage rooms, food prep area, office, and mechanical. 2 bathrooms on first floor, 1 bathroom gender neutral on second floor, 2 exits in the basement, 5 exits on the first floor, 2 exits on the second floor. And lastly, has petitioned to pledge the license to Harbor One Bank. Attorney Brooke Foster. Attorney Foster?
Not here.
Great, thank you. If you could please briefly present the proposed changes to the board.
Hi, I'm Wellington Augusto. I'm one of the manager partners for operating the decoding business for Sophia Italian Steakhouse. I am a U.S. citizen, and I live in Commonwealth. I live locally in Swampscott, Massachusetts. I've been doing business since 1993 in the restaurant business. I happened to manage a few and my name and a liquor license in Boston back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Since then, I own restaurants. I started my own restaurant in 2006 in Newburyport called Mission Oak Grill. And since after that, I acquired another one in Swampscott called Mission on the Bay. And then one in Revere in 2022 called Mission Beach House, and one in Beverly, which was just last year, Mission Boathouse. We are here just to get the transfer of the license and the alterations for the second floor that was basically completely wrong, I believe, by the current owner way back. to amend that he put the description on the wrong chapter there, and that's probably why his operation right now only shows the second floor as the holder on the license. That's all I have, Chairman, and I'm here for any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Augusto. Thank you for describing your experience. I'm just going to ask one more standard question so we have it on the record. Are you familiar with the rules and regulations of our board, the ABCC, and the laws of the Commonwealth pertaining to the sale and service of alcohol?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for explaining the correction in the description. My only other question is, do you know why, or do you know what the reason is for the pledge of the license to Harbor One Bank?
I believe when you go for financing and other reasons, the bank pretty much wants to hold your license in terms of the agreement. That's all it is.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Curran or Commissioner Saxon,
You're
do you have
welcome.
questions?
I do not have any questions. Thank you.
No questions from me. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives? Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too. Calling item number 8, Dig In Boylston Street LLC, doing business as Dig In Seasonal Market, located at 577 Boylston Street. Holder of a common victular 7-day wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to 121 Seaport Boulevard LLC, doing business as Museum of Ice Cream, located at 121 Seaport Boulevard. Premise consists of in one room on first floor with main entry and general retail area, second floor comprised of various sensory and exhibition spaces, together with gallery seating area, seated bar, and various other seating areas, restroom, storage, and kitchen prep space, together with office and break room on second level. Total square footage, 12,310, comprised of 2,509 square feet on the first level, together with 9,801 square feet on the second level. One main entrance and 2 emergency exits. Amanda Shavora, manager, 12 a.m. closing hour. Attorney Dennis Quilty. Attorney Quilty.
Thank you, Attorney Green, Madam Chair, members of the board. Dennis Quilty, the attorney representing the applicant, the Museum of Ice Cream, for transfer, excuse me, to this location in the Seaport. Excuse me. My apologies. Well, as the name of the applicant might indicate, this is a concept built around the enjoyment of ice cream. It has successfully operated around the country in locations in Texas, in Chicago, in Miami, and they also have an operation in Singapore. This, of course, would be their first such operation in Massachusetts. And they're delighted to be in the Seaport to bring this exciting new concept to fruition. I cannot see on the screen, I hope that Mr. Manish Vora, who's the proposed manager of record, is with us. He is, oh, thank you. He is a U.S. citizen and a Mass resident and is familiar with the rules and regs of the board and the ABCC with regard to sale and service of alcohol. In preparation for coming before you today, we have made outreach to the Seaport Neighborhood Association, having answered a few of their questions. They did not require us to attend a meeting. We dealt with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services, who also did not require an abutters meeting after we had the SNA approval, if you will. Excuse me. And we made outreach to Councilor Flynn's office. Excuse me. You'll see that the applicant has a very early closing hour, midnight closing hour. That's roughly with a total capacity of 380 plus or minus. There are only 70 seats. And we expect this location and this style of operation to attract families, excuse me, groups of people, tourists, etc., for people to come and enjoy kind of an interactive a series of exhibits and interactive use stations all around the enjoyment of ice cream. Hopefully something that will not cause any issues in the neighborhood and will be a positive. and something brand new for folks, residents, visitors alike to enjoy. We're certainly happy to answer any of your questions, and here we are. We're ready to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Quilty. Thank you, Mr. Vora, for joining us. I can see on the screen. Excuse me. I have no questions at this time. Commissioner Carter, Commissioner Saxon?
No questions at this time. Thank you.
None from me, thank you.
Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office like to defer to the judgment of this board. Can confirm from O&S liaison that the applicant reached out to the Seaport Neighborhood Association, which was supportive of this proposal. We're unaware of any concerns at this time. We'd like to defer to the board. Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
Bob.
morning, Madam Chair and members of the board. This is Laura Toledano from Consul Flynn's office. Consul Flynn would like to go on record in support as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling item number 9, Saguna Inc., doing business as Maverick Street Market, located at 205 Maverick Street in East Boston. Holder of a retail package store wines and malt beverages license has petitioned to transfer the license and the location from the above to Krisha Corporation, doing business as Maverick Street Market, located at 207 Maverick Street. Premise consists of approximately 2,001 square feet. Retail store located at 207 Maverick Street, Unit R3. First floor unit of a 4-story condominium building. 2 entrances, exits, exit in rear. Disha Patel manager, 11 p.m. closing hour. Additionally has petitioned to pledge the license and inventory to Rockland Trust Company. Attorney John Moradian. Attorney Moradian.
Good morning, Jerome Moradian, Democus Law Offices. With me is Disha Patel. I thought I saw her name on the screen. Disha, if you're there, could you please open your video? Thank you. This is a transfer of the beer and wine license currently held by Saguna Inc. Krisha Corporation is buying Maverick Street Market. We're seeking approval of transfer of the license, approval of change of location to 207 Maverick Street, Unit R3. Just to clarify that for the board, a couple of years ago, this building was redeveloped into a condominium, and the liquor license or beer and wine license never got updated to reflect the new address. It's in the same location, but the new address is 207 Maverick Street, Unit R3. We're looking at approval of pledge of the license and inventory to Rockland Trust Company. Rockland Trust is financing the acquisition of the business and needs the pledge of license for collateral for the loan. And lastly, we're seeking approval of Disha Patel's manager of record. She is a U.S. citizen. She is a Mass resident. She is tip certified and familiar with the rules and regulations of alcohol sales. And she currently works at Square by Convenience as a clerk and associate there. So she's familiar with selling alcohol in the city of Boston. The closing hour will remain 11 p.m. Other than that, I'll welcome any questions the board has.
Thank you, Attorney. Thank you for joining us, Ms. Patel. Are there any conditions on the license related to the sale of nips and singles?
Currently, no, I don't see any on there.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Commissioner Curran and Commissioner Saxon, do you have any questions?
Not at this time. Thank you.
No questions from me, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify in this matter, beginning with elected officials or their representatives?
Yes, Madam Chair, members of the board, Connor Newman with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. This time, the Mayor's Office like to defer to the judgment of this board. Previously, this business, the current location of this business had been proposed to the Maverick Central Neighborhood Association, which I understand was in support of that proposal at the time. We did not facilitate a new community process due to the smaller changes. With that, we'll defer to the board. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Board will take this under advisement. And we
Thank you.
will take a second call for item number 2, as I do see that the proposed manager of record has joined us. So just to refresh the board, calling item number 2, SZA LLC, doing business as Shabu Zen, located at 78 to 80 Brighton Ave in Alston. Holder of a common victualler, 7-day wines and malt beverages with liqueurs license, has petitioned to change the manager of the licensed business from Jody Law to Yijin Cheng. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Cheng.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, can you guys hear me? Sorry. Okay. Sorry. The first time I didn't figure out how to unmute this. Yes, I am a citizen, U.S. citizen, and I'm a resident of the Commonwealth, and I'm familiar with the rules and regulations of City of Boston licensing for an ABCC, and I have experience familiar with the food and beverage industry. I've been working in this restaurant for more than 7 years, so I understand this industry. Yes, and I would like to answer any questions from you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Cheng, for joining us. What is, I know you've worked in the industry for 7 years. In what capacity? What have your jobs been?
Before that, I was managing in a McDonald's when I was 20 in Longwood, McDonald's. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Commissioner Corona, Commissioner Saxon, do you have any questions?
I do not. Thank you.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you. Are there any individuals who would like to testify on this matter? Seeing none, the board will take this matter under advisement as well. Thank you very much for being with us. Those are all the items before the board this morning. That will adjourn this morning's hearing. The board will meet to vote tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Thank you all and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.